every time I pull up at the let out, it's a spectacle.
We got a great show for everybody today. We got a good lineup. We're going to talk about, we're going to do a celebrity wrap up. We're going to talk about, shoot, I forgot to tag it just that quick. What was we talking about? Forgiveness. We were talking about forgiveness. Sorry about that. So we were talking about forgiveness.
We forgive you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Even though I know that's fake, we'll get into it on the topic. We'll go into some more topics, and it's going to be a lovely one. So let's start out by let's go ahead and do the celebrity wrap up.
All right, y'all. What's up? This is the celebrity wrap up for the week. So last week I was on Instagram, and no matter what post I went on to, everybody had the same information, the same comments was, have y'all seen Trey Songz, his hashtag? So when I tell you, so I went to researching, I went to try to press every hashtag, I went and created me a Twitter page, okay? Just to go ahead and to see what was this video that they were talking about with Trey Songz. And y'all, he leaked, supposedly, allegedly, a sex tape. And I do now know why. The neighbors know his name.
That's what I heard. I haven't seen it, but I heard.
I'll try to link it to you.
Steve must be in the room. Steven in the room. Steven in the room. She saw that.
That's a grown ass man right there. He said, y'all, that's why he walked with a limp. That's a grown ass man. So much respect to Trey Songz. His leak did not disappoint.
Yeah, sometimes they call him Trey, sometimes they call him Trigger. You know why they call him Trigger?
Was it just like a clip, or was it like a whole?
It was a clip, but it was a sufficient and long enough. Keyword long enough to make the point. Okay.
Next
so yes, all of the
crazy.
ladies. Oh, for sure. All of the ladies love Trey. They said that they think that he has new music coming and that he purposely leaked it. But the ladies, we're not mad at him. I don't care if he leaked it, somebody else leaked it, a plumber leaked it. We enjoyed it.
But did he just have new music drop?
Yeah, he did just have a CD. That CD was dope.
Right. So why would
maybe this is the promotion for it?
I don't know.
Maybe.
I'm gonna look up everything Trey after this.
His stock went back up. I can tell you that.
Yes, for sure. So also in this week wrap up, we talked about DaniLeigh. I know we talked about her previously on the podcast with her song. Yes, we talked about her song, talking about Yellow Bone is what he want. Well, I guess the baby has changed his mind because she posted a Instagram post that she is now single. And of course, they eating her up in the comments saying that he went back to his brown skin baby mama.
It was like she got mad. Hold on, she got mad because somebody said, "I guess Yellow Bone ain't what you want," and she was like, "Y'all still on that? Can we please move past it?" No, we cannot.
Can't.
She made one song.
She was proud of that damn song, and all of a sudden now she want to move past it because he ain't choosing Yellow Bone no more.
Now she's just saying it's old. It's like, okay, a couple of people used it. Now next. You know.
No, they gonna keep eating up in the comments for just a little bit. Just to, you gotta go ahead and help it understand. Hey, the song wasn't cool. And so also, y'all, we still have some fallout with T.I. and Tiny from the whole issue with Sabrina Peterson when she dropped all that information, and she has all of the ladies now. Some of the accusers have actually gone ahead and taken on the representation of Lisa Bloom. Y'all know she is a celebrity chaser. As far as an attorney goes, she looks for everybody who say that they are a victim of some celebrity, so she can go ahead and cash in. And this is now a new opportunity apparently for her. Y'all know that MTV at Viacom, they've actually halted the filming of T.I. and Tiny's show while they're investigating it. So it looks like there's still a lot of fallout, although everything is all alleged. Right now, everybody's kind of being hands off with them until they go ahead and this gets resolved. So this will be interesting to watch how this actually all plays out.
Okay. Good stuff.
It's unfortunate. It's some BS to me. I don't know if y'all talked about it because I wasn't.
No, yeah, go ahead.
Here last week, but it's just ironic to me how Sabrina Peterson already knew all of this stuff about them, but she was able to put him on a pedestal to be a good role model for her son.
Right.
Then all of a sudden she couldn't have her way about something that's what it appears to be. And now they are these horrible people. But before it even got as big as it did, you were on Instagram late one night, scrolling, looking, you know how you go over and over.
Right.
I saw where she has a problem. Sabrina Peterson has a problem with Keisha Bottoms, the mayor of Atlanta.
Right.
This is true.
So um, works with Ti. Ti works with her. With programs that they're trying to get done for the city of Atlanta when it comes to the Black community. And so she tied that in with it. And then it's a lady that's supposed to be running. I don't remember her name, but it's a lady that's supposed that said that she's gonna be running for the mayor of Atlanta, I guess, in the next run. She's endorsing that lady, and Ti called a lady out about trying to have some kind of ordinance passed about music studios being in neighborhoods and neighbors complaining about them. So
Yeah,
just
I
found
heard
it
about that. Yeah, I heard
extremely
about that.
ironic that all of that was happening around the same time she went to say that he had put the gun to her head, and all of a sudden now all these allegations about him and Tiny coercing women into taking drugs and sleeping with them. I just find it extremely ironic that
For
it's playing
sure.
out like that. And she has a reputation for being a fucking psycho. Like,
Yeah, I think yeah, when we kind of touched on it, but yeah, it's getting worse, man. It's like um they like Alicia was saying actually all week, but week before last, is just like it's this smear campaign
yeah,
speak, against this guy, and it's just unfortunate. I'm not saying who did or didn't do.
right.
It's just unfortunate your timing when a person's trying to do good. When he's out there and he's doing nothing and whatever, I'm not saying bring it up then, but I'm just saying, like, why wait until this person is a staple of the community and is trying to do, good by others and by his community and just like uplift the people, so to speak.
Right.
Would you wait and bring these allegations? It's
But
just,
she wasn't saying
it's
that when you
always
was
your
in
own
and out
people.
there. She wasn't saying that when she was in and out their bed herself.
Right. I mean, it's just, I don't know, man.
So I don't. That's why I don't like it. I'm not, like you said, I'm not saying to say who did what or who didn't do what. I just find the timing extremely distasteful.
It's crazy. It's crazy. So, speaking of that, I think that'll segue into our next topic, which is forgiveness, because she seemingly can't. So, if let's talk forgiveness. Can you really truly forgive someone? And I think like is forgiveness something that we can have, or is it doable? True forgiveness. What are your thoughts on it?
You know how they say you can forgive, but you never forget. And
Right.
some people like to say, well, if you don't forget, you don't forgive.
That's a fact.
But just because you forgive don't mean you gotta forget what they did to you. Like you not.
That's what you just said. Like you can't.
Yeah,
It's
but I'm
almost
gonna
like you
forgive.
can't do that.
Yeah, you can. I can't forgive you for what you did, but I ain't gonna be a fool again. Dang, I gotta forgive you and be a fool because I'm gonna forget, which allows you to do it again. No, I can
No,
forgive
it's
you, and
just, yeah. I see what you're saying.
so I'm
No,
just
I see
like,
what you're saying.
yeah, I can forgive you. I mean, yeah, and it depends on, for me. Let me just speak for me. I can't speak for everybody else. It depends on what you did to me, what you did to me, and if you come to apologize and you're sincere, then we can move past it. I can forgive you. But if
We
I don't
can't,
feel
because you
like
can't
you're,
forget. Because
no,
I'm
I'm
gonna
not
tell
gonna
you.
ever forget.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
tell
think
you
that
why.
I don't think that forgetting is realistic. I mean, it's not. We're
Forgiveness either.
human. Your mind is programmed to automatically, unfortunately. And we watched that video where it says your mind automatically goes and thinks of negative things, and you have to work double time to go ahead and kind of change that narrative. I can't remember what my finance husband's name is. He was on that Tyler Perry circuit. His name is Christian. I know you know him. I'm talking about, Sylvia. But I saw a video of him. He was on Black Love, their Instagram page. He did, and he said something which is so true, and it's also something, Bob, that I learned in therapy. But but forgiveness, you really have to be intentional about it. You're not going to forget. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, and guess what? I'm gonna remember the shit that you did to me, but I have to be intentional in my thoughts and in my actions to still work to forgive you. I don't have to fuck with you. We ain't gotta be cool.
Right.
Forgiveness is not for you. That's not saying that what you did was cool. It's for me so that I don't have to go ahead and hold that burden and have that shit wearing me down and weighing me down and blocking my blessings and my success.
Right.
So no, you don't forget. That's fucking unrealistic as shit. It won't happen. Our mind replays things that happen to us over and over again every day. So no, I
Okay.
have to be intentional in going ahead and forgiving you and not going ahead and trying to repay you back for what you did to me.
Right.
Okay. So this is the definition according to uh I don't know if this is Oxford Dictionary or whatever. To stop feeling angry and resentful toward someone for an offense, flaw, or mistake.
Mhm.
An example of that is I don't think I'll ever forgive David for the way that he treated her. Stop feeling angry or resentful towards someone for an offense. Um, so here's my thing with that. I don't think that it's possible. I don't think that forgiveness is truly true forgiveness is possible. There's no way that I can remember what you did and
Not
truly
feel some type
forgive
of
you.
way.
I'm like every time because for instance,
I see what you're
the
saying.
reason that right, the reason that you may say, okay, I'm gonna forgive you, but the fact that you'll never see that person in the same light and never let that happen again means you haven't forgiven them
That's
because
that. But
if
you
go ahead.
You can learn a lesson.
said,
That's a
but you
lesson learned.
said you okay. It changed for me when you said true forgiveness versus just forgiveness.
Right,
True
but that's
forgiveness,
what it is though.
yeah. But
It's true.
hey, we operate in regular forgiveness. We don't operate in true forgiveness. You
Right. That's what I'm saying. So
know what I'm saying?
if you're talking true, like if you're talking forgiveness as for what it's supposed to be, nobody does that. They say that I forgive you. No, you don't. Because like she said, you're gonna wake up one morning, you're gonna think about the shit, and resentment gonna come back. It may not stay,
It
you may get
says
rid of it a little bit better. But at the same time, every time you think about it and that person, you're gonna
Then
always
you have to be intentional in not going ahead and again trying to be resentful and paying them back for the injury that they
but
caused to you.
here's the other
you don't have
thing.
to
You can feel for a brief moment. You can feel a moment of resentment. I've done it.
right.
So and then you thought about it. You look at them like you
See,
cut your eyes. It was like,
right. So
and
you
then
gotta
that's when you
really
go into being intentional.
well, that's the thing. You for one, you gotta try too hard to actually forgive. It's too much work. So most people, they really you're trying so hard to convince yourself that you forgave the person. That's what you're doing. You're not really like honestly forgiving that person. For one, you're forgiving them supposedly for your own sake, and that's part of the forgiveness. The forgiveness should be to me, for the sake of everybody involved. Um, them, you, whomever.
Sometimes the person doesn't even necessarily deserve your forgiveness because you might feel like you ain't did shit to me and you stand by what the hell you did. My forgiveness is not to free you. That's something for you to work on your own. This is
If they
about
don't
me
deserve it, then why give it to them?
because I need it. I need to not go ahead and be able to go ahead and to hold this, to be angry and my blood pressure going up.
And
It
then
may
you hear
be
the hatred
something.
in your
So you
heart.
just again, you
Hell yeah.
convincing yourself that you've forgiven
No,
that
you're not.
person.
It's
You
not a thing
are
of
because
convincing.
you're trying to relieve yourself of you're using it as a defense mechanism as opposed to
No,
just saying I forgive you.
it's allowing you to move on with your life because that person typically 9 times out of 10 has definitely moved on and ain't thinking shit else about what they did to you.
Right.
It's hunting you.
Right.
It
So
is, but it's to be
in order
honest
for
with
me
you,
to
a
move
lot of
on, I gotta let it go. And in order for me to
okay.
let it go, I
So
gotta forgive you.
okay, so you think that a person like most people, I'm not, there's some people out here that don't fit this, but most people when they wronged a person, they don't forget. They may go along with their lives. They may act like, oh, that shit don't bother me. They may like, I don't care. That is almost 99% impossible to do, especially when you've wronged someone. I don't care if you don't you can still sleep at night. It's impossible to forget when you've wronged someone. So it's not like they're going to live their lives. They remember it the same way you do. To me, I just think it's impossible to truly forgive somebody for something. I think that what you do is you deal. You make it better for your situation. And by saying, you know what, I'm not gonna worry about it. That's more so what the forgiveness level that we do is. That's in my opinion. It's like, I'm not gonna worry about it. Fuck that person. I don't care. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it in somebody else's hands. That's not forgiveness to me. That it's
Well,
not.
I can't
Not
speak. I
according
can't
to the
speak too
dictionary.
much, but I know that I have to live in forgiveness on a daily basis. And and it was not until I truly learned how to forgive properly that it was taught to me, and that I had to forgive some other things, to forgive myself for maybe even putting up or dealing with certain things. So sometimes even with forgiveness, sometimes we be mad because shit, I'm mad at myself for even going ahead and allowing you to play me. Like, it's so many different elements to forgiveness and stuff that holds us down and holds us back. So I have seen the other side where you're really truly able to forgive somebody and to
I'm sorry. When she said I have seen the other
deal.
side, it was just like the light just
Right. But no, you know,
Yes.
I've been
And when
there.
you get
I've
to
been
true
there.
forgiveness, it feels different. It don't feel like how you talking about the real forgiveness and the really forgiving. It feels totally different.
Yeah, I mean, and I've been there.
But
I've
at
been
the end of
there.
you still like, motherfucker, I still see you,
No, that's what I'm saying. That's
but
what
am I
I
not
don't
affected
forgive. I don't
anymore like I
forgive
was?
you. To me, I don't forgive you. What I'm doing is I'm looking at it
I
like
see you.
that too. Yeah, it's
You have to
like
be able to see people and treat
that's
them
it.
accordingly to who they
I don't think
are.
it's
Right,
right. So I don't think that's
right.
forgiveness. I think that's more so. I mean, it is, but at the same time, it's like I just think it's more so, like you just said. I got your ass. I know how to roll with you.
But
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
like, but that's forgiving and not forgetting though. Like I can forgive you of your infractions against me, but I'm not gonna forget what you did because I'm not gonna allow you to do it again. I'm not gonna allow you to play me. I'm not gonna allow myself to be vulnerable to you in that state so it can happen again. So no,
I'm
I'm
gonna tell
not
you what
gonna
I
forget
think
it.
true forgiveness is. Here's a better idea of what I think it is. Um, you know how people at church, and like they're really wronged. I would say like the people that'll say, um, "I'm gonna pray for you," even though like you've killed someone, this and that. I don't even know you, right? Um, so I don't, I don't know you at all. So it's not like one of those things where I see you. It's a more so of, you know what?
A
I'm gonna leave it
clean
in God.
slate.
I'm so spiritual that I'm gonna leave it in God's hands. I understand that this person was wrong, like mentally ill, or they weren't right, whatever you want to call it. And you pray for them and you really wish well upon them. That's true forgiveness. When you forgive somebody in the state that we're talking about, but in the back of your
Depends on
mind,
what you. I
you
think
don't
it
wish
depends
them
on what you want. I
motherfuckers
think it
well.
depends on what you want out of it. If we're in
You
a
have to.
relationship and we trying to move forward, then I got to kind of give you a clean slate, because I
Yeah,
want to resume whatever it
right,
is that we got going on. And
right,
for me to
right,
do
right.
that, I have to forgive you, right? So I think if that is what I am seeking to do, then yes, I do have to forgive, because I can't keep bringing it up every time and letting that go ahead and
Right,
cloud how I
Right,
treat you.
right.
right.
But if what
Okay.
I want to do is forgive and to move past, and I don't want to resume this, then
So
it's
clean. So
different.
you're being. So you're
I'm
giving them
not
a.
cleaning the
You're
slate.
saying. So you're saying.
It
I
depends
got
on
too much going on.
what you're seeking. It
I
depends
got
on
too
what
much
you're
going on,
seeking
man.
with the forgiveness. You got too much
Yeah,
going on.
I'm looking at terms like, just say for instance in the word of forgiveness, like when I know this is too much, but loan forgiveness, right? Well, like people that are getting the business loans, and when the
Mhm.
government says we forgive the loan, right? It's more so like you just said, like you don't owe me nothing. Don't worry about it. I'm not thinking about it. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you can't get another loan here though, bitch.
Basically,
That's the thing. But here's the thing.
basically,
But here's
that's
the
it
thing.
right there.
No. But that's the thing. That's perfect because that's the level that we're thinking on. Like, bitch, you'll never get another loan here. But hey, it's all good. But the government, the same people, you know what I'm saying, that just got the PPP loans last year, they're able to get them this year. That's truly forgiving, right? So, but if you're in your situation, if you forgive a person in a relationship, guess what's gonna happen? You still gonna watch that motherfucker. You still gonna be like, yeah, you say you're at the store, send me a video. You know, it's like more so like.
But you can't though. When you dealing in relationship therapy and so forth, you can't do that because that's not truly forgiving.
But that's what people do. They like even in the back of your mind, you might say, okay,
and that typically won't work though. That won't work if you're not doing how we said the clean slate. It won't work. Not in a relationship sense. That's why I was saying you got to know which level of forgiveness that number one is you have the capacity to do.
That goes along with what Alicia said, where you have to make a conscious effort. You have to really work towards it. So it just ain't gonna come just because I wake up and say,
forgetting won't let you.
What?
But your forgetting won't let you.
But you have to make an effort. Yeah, you have to make an effort. As long as, and then here's the thing, you can eventually forget, but if they do something to trigger it, hell yeah, it's gonna come back. Why you gotta do something to trigger it?
That's what I'm saying. But it might not even be a trigger. It might just be something like.
That's a trigger. When the feeling comes up, it's a trigger point.
Just because you say you at the store and I don't believe you, at that moment, maybe I want to send you a text and say, send me a video. But that now is triggering me. I need to say, I'm getting insecure. Let me not do this. Let me talk myself down. Let me not send this text message. Let me gather me together. So in that sense, you're being intentional in regards to not going back and falling into old habits.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Truthfully, you're trying to be intentional, but truthfully, it's kind of like what they call those things when you go back, like a drug addict.
Let me tell you something.
When they go back like to being drugs.
Yeah, a fiend.
Huh?
A drug fiend.
No. You know how when you do drugs, you get off for a minute, but then you go back. Relapse. It's like a relapse. So it's like when you
we're human though. We're human.
No, and I get that. That's my whole point.
So there's levels to this.
That goes back to, but that also goes back to when you say like the people in church and they say, I forgive you and I pray for you or whatever, this, that, and the whole nine. But let that same person that did that too come back on some other junk. Guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna do the same thing. Hey, I forgive you, but I gotta forgive you from a distance. I can't have you in my, I'm gonna pray for you, but there's still gonna be some reservations about that person. Like they just not gonna just because I'm in church and I'm not supposed to protect.
Right, you're supposed to. That's what I'm saying. When you're human, it allows it for me. When you're human, if you're human, you're incapable of truly forgiving because
if you're human, who else we dealing with?
You're incapable of I'm telling you, you're capable because of the natural.
We are not capable maybe of perfect forgiveness in your eyes, but to the best of our ability to those who want to seek that and really accomplish that, then we try. You wake up every day and you try. The next day you try a little harder until you finally work towards a level of forgiveness.
I can't stand.
I'm healed. So
okay, but you know what? In all honesty though, I've done the forgiveness thing, right? To a high level. Oh my God, to a high level, I've done the forgiveness thing couple times.
Really, so
I understand.
He looks down on us mere mortals.
He's damn near perfect. Because they him telling from his point of view, I've done this, and I've done this, and I've done that.
No. What I'm saying is I've done like the same level that Alicia's talking about is what I'm saying. I'm not saying that I've done the perfect level. What I'm saying is I've done it, so I know that it's almost impossible. Even with intent, I'm still truly not forgiving because the first time, you know what I mean? The first time somebody do something, I don't care if it's even close. I don't care if it's really just my mind thinking it and they're just they're really not even doing it. My mind is thinking it. I'm still thinking like, motherfucker, there you go. There you go, man.
Right.
So
Right.
for me, I haven't done either truthfully. I haven't forgotten, nor have I truly forgiven, because I think it's
Cannot
impossible.
forget that is not realistic. That is not how your mind is set up to
That's
go
my point.
ahead and to do things, right?
That's my point, Alicia. Like you can't,
But
because
that's
we're not
where we
set
go
up that
back to what was originally said in regards to being intentional. Each day I wake up and I want to try to do better and be better than yesterday, the previous day.
That's therapy.
Each day
You
I
sound
wake up.
therapist. You sound therapist.
I was over here thinking that. I was over here.
Time. One day at a time. No. Like,
I was over here thinking, I was like, come on, therapist Alicia.
she just like, oh, no. I will
Hey,
not.
I'm here for it, sis. I'm here for it.
So I'm not here for therapy.
I'm here for it, sis.
But
Thank you.
Hey man, do your thing. So I guess we got a couple more minutes. I want to talk about real briefly the young lady that put Gorilla Glue in her hair. Okay, let's talk about this. Okay, so she put Gorilla Glue in her hair. Of course, you know, people thought it was fake, blah blah. She got on camera, she did it.
Trying to get
What
my
are your thoughts on? She's thinking about right. She like this jail too. So, but what are your thoughts on if she has the right to sue?
No.
But here's the thing. I've also read that she said that she never said that.
Oh, okay.
That she never, she don't know how I got started. She never said that. In the event she did, hell no, absolutely not.
Because I mean, why would
I'm sure that she had attorneys calling her like, "Hey, would you like to sue?"
Right.
You know, they love that chasing.
Lisa Bloom. So,
for sure.
The thing I want to say is, again, it goes back when we said about the people drinking bleach when Trump said drink bleach and things like that. At what point do we look at people and say, what is wrong with you? It's glue, boo. Like, what are we talking? It says Gorilla Glue, bro.
Well, here's the thing, because you know, it's a little far-fetched, but you know, they use hair weave glue and it washes out your hair or whatever. That's what I said, it's a little far, but she had to have put a fucking lot on her damn head for it to be molded like that.
No, it don't take much. You ever use Gorilla Glue?
Well, I've used the wood glue before, but
man, that shit holding wood together. Hell, you talking about? Man, look, when you. My
thing is, what part of the store did she find that in? Like, you know, you got to go to the beauty supply aisle.
But here's the thing. But here's also the thing I think is getting misunderstood. She said that she ran out the got to be glue. So if she ran out the got to be glue, she ain't run to no damn store. She already had that at home. So she didn't go to the store and purchase it. Now, who purchased it out the store and had it out? I don't know. But they probably should have put a warning label on it for her.
I mean, I'm just saying, man. That's some stuff.
Just because it looks like the got to be glue.
There's a girl I follow on Instagram. She went to her mom's house. So stuff can happen, but just not maybe to that level. So the mom had, you know how we have, there's a brand called olive oil.
Okay.
For black hair.
I remember that.
Yes, girl. And the mom was using the olive oil, the hair olive oil, as cooking oil.
To cook.
So, using the hairspray as cooking oil.
Yes.
Killing their ass off.
And I was like, I was wondering why the food wasn't tasting right when I was coming over here eating. And that's the damn reason why. So can you go ahead and make certain mistakes? Hell yeah, but God,
you can make mistakes. I get the olive oil because, you know,
it was still on the beauty supply.
It says hairspray on the can.
It
was on the beauty aisle.
No more, and anytime you got something where
it says hairspray on the can.
That's what I'm saying. If anything you buy where there's no more of what goes with it in the same aisle, like if there's no flour and there's no meal, there's no nothing else that can be cooked on the aisle where you got the shit, the same way with the Gorilla Glue. There's no more hair products where you found the super glue. You found that shit in the garage. It's nothing. What the fuck are we doing? Anyway,
Well,
Best of luck to it.
guess
I don't know what
what?
they're gonna do to get it
This
out.
Zoom ain't gonna hold on
Boom.
like that glue. So
Yeah.
hey,
So, everybody, thank you. We have a great show coming up for you. We welcome Chris back on the next episode. Follow us on
For
IG
sure.
_the_let_out_, and we'll talk to you next week. Peace.
bye.
Out.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. If I can get
Look
a
at the
fucking
awkwardness.
one.
It be awkward as shit.
Nah, it's just like, okay, there you go. Stuff be in the way, man.
Every time I pull up at the let out, it's a spectacle.